Hi students, welcome back to my channel Evolve Solving Physics. Today we are going to discuss about a new topic, that is relative velocity, how we can find the relative velocity of an objects. So for that I am considering two objects, that are A and B, moving uniformly with average velocities. Moving uniformly with average velocity means moving with same average velocities. So first object is moving with same average velocity, that is VA, and second object is moving with same average velocity VB. Means first object is moving uniformly with average velocity VA, and second object, that is B object, is also moving with same average velocity, that is VB, in one dimension. One dimension means moving only in one direction, say along x-axis. Means here object A and object B are moving in only one direction. So how we can find this relative velocity? I am going to explain one example. For suppose two trains are moving in a same direction. Two trains are, that is train 1 and train 2, are moving in same direction, but they are moving on parallel tracks. Train 1 and train 2 are moving on parallel tracks in same direction. Here one of the train is overtaking the another train. For suppose train 1 is overtaking the train 2. Here the passenger or the observer in train 1, what he observed, that he is overtaking the train 2 with less velocity. The train 1 is overtaking the train 2 with less velocity, which is observed by observer in train 1. But the observer in train 2 observed that he is moving with more velocity compared to train 1. So to clear these doubts based on this concept, they are introduced a relative velocity. The velocity of object A relative to object B, or the velocity of train 1 observer relative to observer in train 2 is given by, or the velocity of object A relative to object B. So how we can write this relative velocity? Means VAB equals to VA minus VB. Here object A relative to object B, so the velocity can be written as VAB is equal to VA minus VB. I am using this word relative. According to object A relative to object B, so VAB equals to VA minus VB. Similarly, velocity of object B relative to object A. Here we are observing according to object B relative to another object, that is A. So VBA equals to VB minus VA. For example, the velocity of object on ground, VG. VG means velocity of the object on ground relative to object A. Then relative velocity can be written as here I am saying velocity of the object on ground relative to A. So VGA. What I am mentioning before relative should be first, VGA. So velocity of object on ground relative to A is equal to VG minus VA. So this is the relative velocity of object relative to object on the ground relative to object A. So this is relative velocity. You have one special case based on relative velocity. When VB and VBA is equal to 0. When relative velocity of object AB, you can pronounce velocity of object A relative to object B, or relative velocity of object A and object B. Press the velocity of object A relative to object B, or relative velocity of object A and B. These two are same meaning. They have same meaning. The velocity of object A related to object B is VAB equals to VA minus VB, or relative velocity of object A and object B means VAB equals to VA minus VB. For suppose relative velocity of object B and A means VBA equals to VB minus VA. So here the relative velocity of objects VAB, relative velocity of object A and B, and relative velocity of object B and A are zero. Means when these two become zero means when these two are moving parallel to each other. Then VA minus VB is equal to 0, or VB minus VA is equal to 0. Means they are moving in same direction with same velocities. So VA equals to VB, or VB equals to VA. According to VAB, VA equals to VB. According to VBA is equal to 0, we get VB equals to VA. So these two will be same. The velocity of object and velocity of object will be equal when the relative velocity of object A and B and relative velocity of object B and A are moving in parallel direction, parallel to each other. When they become 0, the velocity of object A and object B will becomes same or equal. So this is about relative velocity. Based on this relative velocity, I am going to explain some problems in later on class. So if you have any doubts, please comment me in comment box. So please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.